Hello, welcome in butterflies. Welcome to Butterflies and Tea. My name is Olympia Tates, guys, and this video here is about Jameson the Doodle. All of this is alleged, guys, alleged as well as for entertainment purposes and educational purposes only. Now, Jameson was supposedly allegedly unalived by LAPD, and it was not a really good situation. So this is a trigger warning video, guys. We're going to jump into it and I'll jump in briefly when I need to. We're going to have a moment of silence for Jameson and then we're going to jump into the video. Welcome on into the channel, beautiful butterflies. Welcome on into the channel.
Help, don't call the cops anymore because 25 police officers will show up like they did in LA yesterday and kill your dog. They will kill your dog that's wearing his favorite sports jersey. This dog was wearing a New York Knicks t-shirt. A dog in a t-shirt. How fucking cute is that? And it took 25 officers to show up for a noise complaint of this older woman celebrating the Knicks. Someone called the cops in their apartment complex, and it was like 20 plus officers. Here's the picture. They shot the dog while he was wearing Knicks merch. I mean, she needs to sue the city, and there's crimes happening. Like, hey, there's like actual bad things happening in Los Angeles, but don't you worry. Our tax dollars are going for 20 plus people with firearms to shoot a dog. In his cute ass fucking I can't. He was wearing merch. Oh, I get.
And it's the way that she's mourning him. And then halfway through mourning, the police are like, hey, ma'am, I'm sorry, but you're like disturbing everybody. You kind of have to stop.
Now, when we get here, guys, this is this young lady's opinion of that. And you guys let me know what you think. And again, this is a trigger warning, guys, not the actual unaliving, but the actual video of Jameson already being, the whole action already being done.
Such a good dog. Oh my god, what the fuck? Oh no!
The Calvary for this.
I can't.
Instead of you guys kill the dog and there's fucking drug dealers and shit outside, why don't you shoot those motherfuckers?
The Knicks just won the championship. We were just so happy. We were just celebrating the Knicks.
Instead of fucking getting a fucking piece of shit outside, you kill a fucking dog.
Oh God, Jeremiah!
Her pain, you could just feel it.
Why?
Wow, where's this shit out?
And the fact that no one is even coming over to console her, like even the people that are like, oh, why? And asking questions and things, that part kind of bothered me as well. Because like anybody that was just sitting there recording and complaining, y'all could have went over and tried to console her. And even the one of the officers, someone, console her, but nothing.
Hey, good job. This is what we pay for. Amazing work, guys.
Oh my God, no,
Good shit.
And she keeps screaming Jeremiah, but Jeremiah, allegedly, guys, Jeremiah is the son, and supposedly that's who she was supposedly on the phone with at the time, because the understanding I had was Jeremiah was not in the apartment with her and Jameson, the dog, the doodle, that is. And he was somewhere else. They were celebrating through the phone with each other. So unless there was like a lot of like jumping or banging and stuff like that, they may have heard voices, but not like actual physical fighting. And supposedly, or allegedly, I'll say, they're saying that there was a domestic disturbance that was called in through 911, and that is why they responded. My assumption is maybe that is why they had so many officers there, but even with a domestic disturbance, I think that many officers is a little ridiculous. I mean, I can understand like maybe 2 officers showing up, and then if they actually knew it was like more to it than that, then maybe having more officers as a backup later. Either way, you guys let me know what you think in the comments, and let's jump back into this, guy.
Oh my God! Seriously?
and there's fucking drug dealers, people stabbing each other outside for a fucking dog.
This is absolutely crazy. This is absolutely crazy. We didn't do anything. We didn't do anything. Oh my God, Jameson! No! Oh, Jesus. No.
You're sorry? You did it.
Sounds like he said we need to maintain this area, so maybe they still have to actually do an investigation. Guys, let me know in the comments because that's my assumption of that situation there, still having to investigate, even though, again, it's just an animal when it really isn't for us. Um, so maybe that's the situation. Someone else, which was the previous video we saw, was the girl saying that they were telling her that she needed to keep her voice down. And I would hope and pray that that was not the case. And I'm hoping that he was just saying that they needed to, contain the area for that purpose to investigate or whatever. Because if he was saying otherwise, like that is so completely wrong and so disrespectful and not giving a poo about anybody and especially her feelings after what one of his officers just did to her fur baby. Now, again, all of this is alleged, guys. We don't know the actual situation. I do know that they mentioned that the dog was not aggressive any way sort. And if you have been around dogs, most people know that if a dog is going to attack you, they show some type of aggression before they attack you. They don't just run to you and then attack you. They have some way of their tail or like not being up and shaking, and they have their teeth and growling and barking majority of the times that I know of. Again, leave me some comments, guys. Let's jump back into this.
News that LAPD just fatally shot a family doodle during the Knicks championship celebration. 2-year-old Jameson was wearing his jersey, cheering with his family, a mom and son, in their Canoga Park condo when a neighbor reportedly called 911 saying that there was yelling and potentially domestic violence happening nearby. The details are still coming out and still unfolding, but a group of officers rolled up to the family's home, responding, and told Jameson's mom, a woman named Marie, to put her dog away. Marie complied, but Jameson got out. This is when officers responded by shooting Jameson to death. Now, Marie has said that Jameson was not aggressive, he was not barking, he was not growling, and that's very important to the legal analysis here. I'm Vanessa, I'm an animal lawyer, and when a cop shoots a family pet, legally speaking, we are talking about a seizure of property and violation of the Fourth Amendment. And TLDR, that seizure has to be reasonable. That means the court is essentially going to ask, given everything that this officer knew in the moment, was shooting Jameson dead a reasonable reaction? LAPD says that the dog rushed them. The family said, hey, he was energetic, but he was not aggressive. And that factual dispute is exactly what this lawsuit will be built around. No lawsuit has been filed yet. We're still learning more and more about what has transpired here. Does this sound reasonable or unreasonable? And how are you going to protect your family pet the next time you're celebrating?
Sounds like to me a reasonable situation, as in the sense of them, her having a lawsuit and them doing all of that. Um, Now, I also feel like maybe the situation of them talking, her mentioning the fact that them unaliving Jameson, by pew-pewing him. Why, in my own personal opinion, could they not use mace? Did they not carry it anymore on the persons? Or could they not tase him? Because I thought, in most situations, unless you're literally fearing for your life, you should probably try to use a taser first on the dog and maybe, or if you had mace, one of the two before you decided to go for the actual weapon. I don't really understand that either. Leave in the comments, guys, if you know any differently in the sense of they still carry that stuff. I don't know. I do have someone that I probably should ask. Maybe I should have before I did this. But anyways, neither here or there. But I will say the young lady here is basically saying the same thing that I was, which was most dogs you can tell their not defense, but like if they're going to attack you or not attack you. Let's jump in.
Understand that there's an element of risk and danger, but also you should have some familiarity with dogs. I'm a delivery driver. Other day I was doing a fucking delivery. They had 3 fucking golden doodles. And guess what? They were jumping all over me. But I feel like a general understanding of dog behavior, you can distinguish the difference between a dog jumping on you and a dog killing you. And does this officer have fucking wounds? Because what the fuck did he do to you to make you shoot him? And I truly hope the neighbor feared for their neighbor's fucking life genuinely and they weren't just calling a bitch about a noise. Because it was 8 fucking p.m. Those are standard hours. So if you only called because you were annoyed by the noise, that is some fucked up shit and I hope it haunts you forever. Again, I only say that if that was the case. I think they should release that phone call, maybe alter the voice. I want to know exactly what was said that made them so on fucking edge that they needed to shoot a dog the second the door opened. I also want to see that fucking chest camera. Now, until proven otherwise, I think the police officer is a piece of shit that needs to learn how to interact with animals, and I hope they get justice for the dog Jameson. And I'm not going to try and offer any comforting words because my sweet baby died 2 years ago and I'm still not fucking over it and no words helped me, so I can't offer any comforting words, but I hope you get your justice. And I'm not going to tag the owners because I don't want them to get notifications and be further bothered, but I am going to put their info so you can go and support their page as well as the GoFundMe, and I will put the GoFundMe info down there for anyone that wants to go support it.
Officer O here, LAPD from South Traffic Division, and I'm rooting for Brazil.
And we're rooting for Jameson, justice for Jameson. That is it, and that is all for that. Now, this video is going to go into, like, I'm not going to show any more of that part, so I've tried to, like, go right past it as soon as we got in there, guys. This is more just opinions of people, what they felt of the situation, and we're going to jump back in.
To the cop that unloaded and killed that dog, I hope this video finds you. I hope you feel that guilt for killing that lady's dog for the rest of your life, to the point where you can't even get out of bed because the guilt's so bad. I hope that when you finally do get out of bed and have to go somewhere public, everybody recognizes you as the dog murderer that you are. I pray that your family, whether it be your wife, kids, extended family, whatever it may be, look at you differently now for the rest of your life. I hope that this petition that's going around gets so many signatures that you can never even think about being a mall cop because your career will be in the toilet. I hope karma bites your ass so hard that everything that you love and care about ends up in the trash, like how you did to that lady and her poor dog. I hope her face, I hope her screams of agony are locked in your fucking head for the rest of your life. See, it's 2026, and you wonder why people hate fucking cops. Not only do you guys walk around and act like you're better than everybody else and above the law, you're pistol happy. Your training to de-escalate is next to nothing because all you new cops now act like your shit's just better than everybody else, or you get cops that are fucking trigger happy like this asshole. You're a fucking disgrace. And with any luck and justice in this world, you'll get your fucking badge taken from you. You'll get marked on the record for killing an innocent animal. And your life will go up in flames, like how you did to this poor fucking woman.
No, because if LAPD, any police department shoots my fucking dog just for being a fucking dog, you best believe we're doing suicide by cop. Because if the thing that makes me the most mad about it is watching all 50 of them fucking cops look fucking stupid. The thing that was killing me, none of them cops even attempt to console that lady, try to talk to her. No, they're just sitting there staring and looking at her because they don't see black people as fucking human.
Nor did anybody within that apartment either, like the apartment complex, like the tenants there, nobody even tried to console her. They were more concerned about, you know, what they had done and they should have been doing other things. But you all should have probably not been recording, and you all, one of someone there could have consoled her, considering that none of the officers decided to say, hey, let me try to console this lady.
More of a shit that they shot that dog than the fact that they shot that lady. And bro, it was fucking a labradoodle. The dog's known for not being aggressive. But okay, whatever. Just believe if I was in that situation, I'm gonna give them a reason why they need 50 cops out there.
Okay, so the LAPD was going to come in and do what they did to Jameson, the doodle. They didn't know that. But they knew there was a chance when you weaponize the police against black people. So they were well aware of what could happen. And did y'all see they came in like 15 deep? There was a helicopter flying over. So, they came to do something. Now, she came to the door and they told her to put the dog up. But if you ever owned a doodle, you know doodles are number 1, fast. Number 2, excited. And number 3, protective. So Jameson was doing what doodles do. Basically, any dog does when they see all these people look like they're coming to do their person some harm. And let's go investigate. But the mother said Jameson was not showing teeth, he was not growling, and he was not barking. He was simply investigating. But some scary-ass LAPD officer decided to end the life of a doodle in a Knicks jersey. Now, let me just also say this, playing devil advocate, okay? In my honest opinion, I think Jameson protected his mom because it could have very likely been her that was unalived. Now, let me play advocate again here, okay? If you go find the video and you look at all the comments in most of the videos, there's so many white people up in there in the comments making stitch videos, making duets, and they are pissed, they're livid about the police unaliving a doodle, a dog. Where's that same energy for when they unalive black people? Where are the stitches, the stitch videos? Where are the duets? Where is the outrage? You literally have someone in the comments calling for there to be a law, some type of law, regarding the police and the unaliving of an animal. So there's a GoFundMe going. If y'all want to support them, go and find, all you gotta do is search Jameson the Doodle, and you'll find it, and you can show your support.
Hey, good job.
Y'all shot and killed a dog. A golden doodle at that. Look, they don't even care. Anything dark, they gonna shoot and kill. Look how many cops it is. I feel so bad for this lady. Who was the motherfucking neighbor that called on them? Who was the motherfucking neighbor? A dog, you shot and killed that lady dog. A golden doodle. And now it's like 50 cops out there, like it's a fucking crime scene, like it was a human trying to get you. Then a helicopter come. America, America, America. This place sucks. I feel bad for this lady. And fuck all those cops. Fuck every last one of you. You fucking fat donut eating ass pig bitches.
Worst thing about LAPD, Unalived, and Jameson the dog is the fact that there are people who will likely take more issue with this than they do a human, let alone a black human, actually being killed by the same exact police. Worse than that, there are people who are going to have sympathy for the dog until they find out that the owners are black. Because in the mind of a vampire, American, the only thing that matters is this. And apparently, dogs. Always the dogs, always the pets, always the animals, never the human beings. Why is that? They'll tell you that it's because humans are such terrible creatures. But is that really why you care more about the dogs than you do actual human beings? Or is it that you're a narcissist and the dog can't tell you about yourself? You don't have to gaslight a dog to get it to obey you. You just feed it. I know. I'm too woke. My liberal arts major is showing I wasn't a liberal arts major, but I did study it though. That, anthropology, foreign policy. I've taken actual classes for these things, unlike some debaters. But I digress. The truth is, there's nothing wrong with you caring about dogs, but the manner in which you do it is peculiar. Because a boy was just sentenced to 35 years in prison for defending himself, and a man just avoided prison for unaliving a boy. But the thing that bothers you the most? Jameson the dog. Grown man, by the way. Don't believe me? Watch this. Have you ever picked poor Robin clean?
Police know they fucked up when they killed that. When they shot that lady dog, they knew they fucked up. Cause one thing, y'all know who love. Hold on. Dumb people love. It's animals. And specifically, dogs. Like, what the fuck? So, even though she lost, like, somebody close to her, that bitch finna get some money. Like, bitch, fuck that. Why would I do that? I'm just trying to figure out what was the situation. Because, baby, this is me just talking shit. I didn't do no research or nothing. But, yeah, them people know they fucked up killing that lady dog because they would go to war for fucking animals before they go to war for us. And y'all know that. And I know she know that too, so.
Another moment of silence, guys, for Jameson.
Understand what happened. I don't understand why he had to get shot. I don't get it. He didn't do anything. Baby, He's my baby. It doesn't make any sense to me. I can't make sense of anything. I don't get it.
Her life with her best friend, Jameson.
This is one of the biggest things to happen to New York in decades. Oh no, it's just me. And then they saw Jameson and they're like, put the dog away. The one officer, put the dog away, put your dog back, put your dog. I was like, okay, yeah, no problem. Next thing I know, Jameson's lying on the ground. But Jameson wasn't baring teeth. He wasn't growling. He wasn't aggressive. He wasn't barking. He was just moving towards the officer.
So is this another one of those 10,000 plus cases a year when a dog is in a jersey just walking towards you? Is lethal force the answer? Share this. We speak for the ones who can't.
I don't understand.
They're sad about what happened to the puppy. What did they think was going to happen to the human? Before I say this is not coming from a place of disregard for the puppies. Come here, Queenie. Come here. Come here, Mama. I love puppies. My little baby, she just got, I ain't got no issue with puppies. I got an issue with the fact that them people called that lady, them people called the people on that lady. Y'all ain't know the difference between a yell of excitement and a yell of someone being hurt. Y'all intended to weaponize them people against that woman. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it because y'all like to weaponize them. And then now you're sad because there was some puppy hit. And as someone who breeds puppies, I happen to have witnessed the fact that y'all care more a lot of time about puppies than y'all care about humans. Y'all didn't care if she was the one who got pew-pewed. Y'all wouldn't care if it was her who got pew-pewed. Y'all be like, well, who's gonna have her puppy? I can see it now. The news coming up with some story about what she did wrong, what she did to put herself in this position, and then some person be coming up, oh, what about that poor little puppy, all the dogs? That is crazy to me. I'm seeing a video. I thought it was AI last night. I did. I was hoping it was AI for my own mental health. I was hoping it was AI. And y'all care more about these puppies than y'all care about the people. Because you didn't even know the difference between a yell of excitement versus a yell of pain. And then you got to witness her yell of pain, her scream, her pain. It's annoying to me. It's annoying to me whenever I see a little bit. This is insane. This is insane. Now it's in your face because it's a puppy. It's a puppy. I'm sorry, Queen. You're not just a puppy. You're not just a puppy. She's not just a puppy. All right, look, puppy. But seriously, that's what makes y'all mad. Y'all get sad when it's a puppy, but when it's a person, I ain't gonna lie. That breeding puppies has shown me a lot about it, but don't. This situation right here, it's no different. I breed Bengal cats, and I breed. Okay, so my puppies are happy puppies. They're well trained. My kittens are well trained. All that good stuff. We don't have any right now. Don't ask. But what I will say is, I learned some lessons whenever I would go out. There'd be times where I got my kittens, they're happy, they're fun, they're jumping around, they're not parched, right? I will see a person come out of the restaurant that they are in, take a drink from their mouth, maybe it's water, offer my cat some water. No, it's fine, my cat doesn't need any water. Person sits down next to my cat, sips from their drink, literally puts the drink in front of my cat, the water, in front of my cat, and I have to tell them, no, my cat doesn't need any water. My cat is not parched. Didn't I just tell you? I see that can sometimes have more concern for a dog on the street than they have for people who look like me. It's hard not to have that type of prejudice whenever that's what y'all do. Y'all care more about my puppy. If I was parched, if I was starving, you wouldn't feed me. But you see a little starving little puppy, oh, you're helpless. Y'all called the police on me. Y'all did that. I don't want to hear your think pieces about it. And the reason I say y'all, because I don't know who called them people on her. I don't know what the demographic of her neighbors look like, but what I do know is that weaponizing them people against my people for some bullshit at that started up over there. Weaponizing them people, it don't matter. You can look just like me. You learned that stuff from over there. You learned it from there. That's why I say y'all. I'm just curious. Was there a male's voice being heard for them to have called the police? Like, I am hearing her pain in this video. What did it sound like whenever they called? I'm just curious. What did it sound like? Y'all really work my nerves. Every time I see a new internet, look. And then just to think about the fact that, what if she thought she lived in a safe neighborhood? Living with y'all as the neighbors is scary. It truly is a horror movie. I want to know what this area looked like in the 80s and 90s. And does it still have the same genetic makeup? That's what I want to know. I want to know if the people who live around her look like her. We don't have a history in weaponizing them people against us. We trying to figure out what is going on. Queenie, I'm good. She over here like, what you doing all that for? I'm good, baby. I'm good, my sweet pie. And there's a lot of other communities who also truly appreciate their proximity to, and they will do the same thing. They will do the same things that they do. So, yeah, I don't care how diverse this neighborhood is. There are people who want a certain proximity to and they will do the same things that they do. So I still have a finger to point. And I gotta say it for the people in the back. This, when I point at this, I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about this as a construct. There are people who are of this complexion but do not practice this. But there are a lot of people who practice this as a construct and do a lot of the same things. You get me? Okay, and if you don't, just scroll.
Okay, guys, so you all let me know what you think about that whole situation there. I mean, I personally think that it should have never led to that, her fur baby being unalived. Again, I feel like there could have been something done differently. There could have been a taser, there could have been mace. And again, maybe they don't carry it anymore, and that's the reaction. I also think that maybe the person that actually unalived the animal, unless it was more than one, but if it was just the one, they have a fear of dogs. That's just my own personal opinion because again, most people that know dogs know when they're going to actually attack or want to attack you. They don't just attack you. There is a sign before they do it. Um, yeah, leave me your opinion, butterflies. Let me know what you guys think, and I'm gonna get out of here. I hope you guys have a wonderful